Alright, hey everybody, listening to this video, I am going to show you a free Citrine release for Warframe. This is kind of show you guys my setup and how she's supposed to function. I'm going to release a video of her in detail and my builds and stuff like that when she's actually released in the coming future. She is the next Warframe to come out. So, Citrine, her number one basically gives her mana, so it's like her bread and butter if you like start the mission. Her number two gives you damage reduction. Her number three makes your pet add, or in this situation, add status effects. You can't see them here because these are X-Men units. And then her four briefly stuns them and puts these little crystals on them, and then when you hit the crystal will give you red crits and increase the critical damage that they receive. So what I like to have on is a training. Just go with our build real quick, and then send a short video. You see they're all kind of like melting. So I like to try my best to have my Warframes have like three weapons that really synergize well with their entire equip. So because I do feel like Citrine has those red crits on the floor ability, I'll put this on, I'll take out a sniper, and I'll start blasting the sniper, blasting these crystals with it, and then just watching them go. And these are excellent units, by the way. Another weapon I like to use on Citrine is the Chlorophyll. I will definitely be using the Chlorophyll Prime when it comes out. I'll still put this on there, button one, and the Chlorophyll has a ranged attack, so I'll just basically be hitting the enemies with the crystals on top of them with the Chlorophyll as well. Now this obviously is less effective because there's expert units. They also got my free running. So now I gotta have a kill, I get the bonus attack speed. Alright, it's good all done. And last but not least, I have the, I don't even know how to say this name, like a bunch of Sigiltoid or something. Basically just to be able to group the enemies up, so that way I can press them by 4, and then press them all down. Alright, show you my quick build. Alright, so for the Code of Sporix, which is the weapon that I'm using, I have an extremely high critical damage modifier on it. I don't mess around with the critical chance because I rely on the 4 to be able to do that for me. And then a high status chance, so that way the blast will blast other enemies once I start damaging my foes. This is my build right here. Shots have 3 punch through. That's another thing. The puncher will punch through the enemies and hit other crystals for me. I have the, I'm not even going to butcher this name, Sigiltoid. Again, this is just simply for grouping the enemies. This is my build for this. And then I have the Chlorophyll. I probably could get a higher critical damage modifier on this weapon. I definitely will aim for that when the Prime version comes out. This is my build for that. And it's centered around the heavy attack build. In terms of shards, I have gone for toxic damage because of the 3 adding the random status effects onto the enemies when you put the ability on your pet. Ability damage shards. Energy because she doesn't have the most energy, so I went ahead and be able to give myself a little bit more. And then casting speed because I want to be able to cast my 1 as often as possible in order to be able to keep my energy sustained up. I'll show you my particular build on Citrine in a second. Alright, and then on Citrine herself, I have this ability here because of, again, because of the status effects, and they'll add another stack. This one again because the status effects are 3. This one is the for the 4 ability. Enemies kill crystalline growth stagger and spread to other enemies, so they don't have to keep pressing the 4 over and over and over again. This one is to attack the 3 to my free moving pet, which again gives status effects fire, ice, lightning, and toxin. Equilibrium because I'm picking up orbs all the time. Another again because of all the status effects, and then the ability power. I have Arcane Impetus because of the ability power that's created by my 3, and then this one just to be able to give me more health, which I probably could cast this one out for a different one, but I'm not sure which one I would do yet. I'll decide when Citrine comes out next time. All right, that's everything. Thank you so much for watching.